Immortal Cells. Henrietta Lacks was an ordinary woman, a young wife and mother living near Baltimore in the early 1950s. She tragically died of cancer at the age of 31, leaving behind 5 young children and also something extraordinary, her cells, which would transform modern medicine. Unbeknownst to her family, the doctors at Johns Hopkins Hospital had taken samples of Henrietta's cells during her cancer treatment. Most human cells can only survive a few days, but Henrietta's cells behave differently. They could be endlessly multiplied without dying. For the first time in history, researchers were able to develop an immortal cell line. These HeLa cells, an abbreviation of Henrietta's name, were mass-produced and sent to laboratories around the world. They were used in countless research experiments and led to some of the most important medical breakthroughs of the last century. HeLa cells were used to develop the polio vaccine. They were sent into space to test the effect of zero gravity. They were used to study the spread of salmonella, HIV, tuberculosis, and many other diseases. In fact, HeLa cells were known in every cell lab in the world, but almost no one knew their connection to Henrietta, including Henrietta's own family. Her daughter Deborah eventually learned the truth, that her mother's cells had been reproduced by the trillions. Yet Henrietta remained unacknowledged and unappreciated for her contribution. But a writer named Rebecca Skloot changed all that. Skloot had been thinking about Henrietta since a high school biology class she took at 16.
For some reason, my teacher knew her name. He wrote Henrietta Lacks in big letters on the board, and I just walked away with this, all these questions. Who was this woman, and why did her cells grow, and did she have a family, and what did they think about it?
She went on to research and write The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, which became a worldwide bestseller. Oprah Winfrey even made a movie based on the book.
I think what we're trying to say is that her life really mattered.
Now, Johns Hopkins School of Medicine holds conferences, exhibits, and events in Henrietta's name. Outreach Director Crystal Evans believes it's important to teach the community about the significance of Henrietta's cells.
Our responsibility is to honor the legacy of Henrietta. We all feel like we're connected to this beautiful woman who we call the mother of medicine.
Henrietta's family continues its mission to keep her legacy alive. Her grandchildren speak around the country, and her grandson David consults with scientists to help decide what his grandmother's cells are used for.
Can't help but be proud of what it's done. So when you think about that, it's like, okay, something bad happened, but something so much good has come from it.
And all that good came from a woman whose life was almost forgotten.